This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And if you roll another blunt and keep your mouth shut, I tell you how I became the wicked nigga they call your life. Blackout, 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 yeah. Hey, blackout, man. They speak highly of me when I raise my voice. I gotta shoot a fucking free throw to make my point. My wittiness leave them stuck in the wilderness.
Alright. Coffee, check. Drugs, check. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Okay, here we go. Here, I'll give you a shot. Yeah, I hate shots. It's okay. This one won't hurt. Are you sure? Well, not much. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you've got your cootie shot. So I won't die? Yeah. That's what the shots do, right? Yeah. Thanks, sis. Oh, fuck. What was that? What was that? What? What was that? Hey, what's going on? Mom, where you driving? I can't help it. Good heavens, what is out there? Ice, lots of it. Sweepers must have delayed. Well, pull over, stop, do something. Just sit tight and be quiet. I need to concentrate. See, Dex, this is why you should never got a license, my dude. Misu, I don't like this bus. We'll be fine. Don't worry. Damn it. No. No. What? Yama. Oh, shit, no. No. Not like this, yo. No. 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 Mizu. It's okay. Get off, sis. I can't breathe. Misu, get off. Why aren't you moving? Please, sis. Officer, kid's alive. Back. How? Air pocket. Looks like glass. Quick, get. Did it. Get him too. The girl. Dent. Instantaneous. Civilians escort away. Give back, you! Oh God, no. Hana. Ryoshi. Worse, please. My eyes shoot open. I clutch at my chest, coughing violently. A hand immediately grabs my shoulder, and I feel cold and solid at my lips. A glass, water. I guzzle it violently, throat burning as if it slips into my stomach. My vision finally begins to clear. I bundled up in a large comforter reclined against my sofa. Ruri is kneeling in front of me, her expression written with concern. She hesitantly brushes her fingertips against my forehead. They feel like ice. You're burning up. She hurries back into the kitchen. I hear the comforting gargle of my faucet. The warm scent of chicken broth drifts through the air. What happened? The words escape from my throat in a croaky groan. Ruri quickly returns and slips newly refilled glass into my hand. I slip it slower this time. You were in shock. You lapsed twice as we came to your apartment. Thankfully you didn't faint until we got here. I meant Yahiko, Shoji. She freezes, her expression flickering in pain. I didn't see. Everyone rushed out of the train to see what had happened. There were police, ambulance, reporters. It was a mess. I narrowed my eyes at her. Her hands are clasped tightly, shaking in her lap. Nervousness, definitely from trauma. Not quite. Are you hiding something from me, Rui? They arrested Yahiko. What? He's being detained at the station. How long have I been out? My chest suddenly seizes, pushing me into a coughing fit. Rui disappears into the kitchen and comes back with a bowl of steaming chicken. Noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. A chicken noodle soup. Eat this. I work to spoon the food into my mouth, but my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Rapid thoughts, one after another, pounding at my head. Did Yakihiko just kill someone? Did Soji just die before my eyes? Oh, let me... She takes a bowl from my grasp, holding the spoon before my lips. Feeding me? Really? I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Let you starve? She quickly jams the spoon in my mouth. The warm savory liquid soothes my throat. I instantly hum in approval. It's good. Well, duh. Thought dawns on me as I take another spoonful of soup. What happened to your luggage? Luggage? You were going back home. Well, plans change. That does tend to happen when you see someone die. Does Masato know? I don't know. You haven't told him. Well, where's he been? Has he contacted you? No, he hasn't, okay? And he won't. She grips the bowl in both hands. Her shoulders slumping for the first time. I notice how tired she looks. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. No, it's good. But what's been happening to all of us? What's up with, why do I feel like I'm in a cliche anime? How are you feeling? I'm fine. I see that bloodshot veins in her eyes and the deep shadow to her skin and how there's no life to her smile. Liar. Come here. Take the bowl from my hands, place it on the ground, and slide her arm around her shoulder, rubbing it gently. She seems to collapse inadvertently, hiding her face in her hands. What? Why is this happening? It's okay. I don't understand. First, it's with Misato. Then Akira. Then Yahiko. Everyone's leaving. Leaving? Don't worry. I won't leave. She relaxes at my words and wipes a sleeve across her face. Well, it's not like any else Anyone else will put up with you. Heh, right. Her mood seems to lighten, but her brow flickers in concern. You saw Misu, didn't you? I nod silently, trying to swallow past the lump in my throat. Yeah, I did. And it's okay. This wasn't the first time. I try to pass this off as a joke, but Ryu grows deathly still. What? I. Sorry about that, y'all. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. What am I supposed to say? I nearly drowned yesterday? Never mind. Yama, tell me what happened. Now. Her eyes pierce through me and her mouth is set in a hard frown. Looks like I should have just come clean. I almost drowned yesterday. You know the Rainbow River? Soji was drowning. I thought I could save him. But that river. I know. It was the first reason why my family had moved away from Ishimu. Because of what happened in that river. The river that further upstream bordered a certain elementary school. Oh shit. I give Yama props then. Like, yo, this dude tried to save a guy's life in the same river that took his sister's life. And I had a sibling, but after the incident in the river, a frightening bus crash that resulted in around 30 casualties. Well, we didn't stick around, so we moved to a nice town 3 hours away, a place called Seto, where we were supposed to start over. A town where I met Ruri and Mizaki. But then when Rui's parents found jobs in the prosperous metropolis of Ishimu, they couldn't hesitate to take them. Not when they were still working through the aftermath of the recession. So Ruri came to Ishimu, and I came with her. Back to this cursed city and its cursed river. You know how dangerous that river can be. Why would you even? You can't even swim. Yeah, well, there's a reason it turned out the way it did. And when were you gonna tell me this? The edge to her voice alerts me just how distressed she is. Is it really such a big deal? You could have died. Well, I didn't. I'm a survivor. That's not the problem, Yama. You don't tell me anything. Her sudden burst stuns me into silence. She grips my shoulder, fingers curling and comforting and digging into my arms. You're always hiding things. I never know what's going on. You don't trust me. Why? Why? Her voice is shaking. I work to speak past the numbness on my tongue. I don't hide anything from. Then what about Shigure? What about the investigation? What about the serial murders? What about? She grips my shirt. Tears dripping onto my comforter. You haven't told me anything. That you've been staying up late? That these things keep happening to you? I don't know what you've been doing after school. I don't even see you around. I blurted out one thing in mind. How did you know about the investigation? Is that what's important right now? You're investigating serial killings, Yama. You don't have any training in anything. You're just a kid, and you can't do that. Can't do what? Can't do anything? Can't do anything? Has there ever been something that I could do? Not a good student. Not a good son. Not a good investigator. Tell me, Ruri. Is there anything I'm good at? You know being an average student is just fine. It keeps you alive. I can't live like that. If you keep this up, you're not going to live at all. Don't you get it? I'm fine with that. What are you even saying? I'm sick of being useless. My anger is burning in my mouth. but I'm spewing whatever comes to my head. Why have you stuck around me, huh? Why have you stuck with such an incompetent excuse for a human being? You sure don't get anything from it. The only thing you're incompetent at is telling me when important stuff happens in your life. Like, oh, I don't know, the fact that you almost drowned yesterday? Am I really a friend to you? What kind of friend? What is a friend? Someone who makes you feel nice and cozy? Is that why you were with me? Sticking around someone you know you're better than at everything? Probably made you feel really good about yourself. Shut up. You don't know what's been happening. You don't even care. You don't even ask. You just sit back and do nothing. Do nothing. I no longer see to expend resources on a worthless assistant. Why don't you try at anything? You're the genius. Figure it out. Rage floods to the tip of my fingers. I can feel venom sticking over my tongue. I do nothing. I sit around in my apartment, twiddle my thumbs all day. Yep, that's me. That's Yama Ishimoto. What a kid. What a stupid, arrogant kid. Did nothing why his sister, his older sister, would have so much potential. Yama, you know what she wanted to be? A defense attorney. At 9 years old, she didn't know what it was. She just asked her parents what is the best job to protect people. And they said, a lawyer. So she had her heart set on being a lawyer. She wanted to be Phoenix Wright. Meanwhile, what did Yama want to be? Good old Yama Ishimoto wanted to be, wait for it, tree. Yes. I kid you not, a tree. The kind with leaves and a trunk and all that shit. Why? Because trees were tall and green. And he thought both of these attributes were pretty cool at the time. Stupid, isn't it? You know what would have been better? If Yama died and Misu had lived. I would have liked that. Wouldn't you have liked that? Don't blame yourself for that, Yama. It wasn't your fault that she died. It was a blizzard. The bus driver. The sweepers. You shouldn't have been on that bus in the first place. I'd like to think that. I really would. And maybe for a while I did. I clenched my hands until my nails are digging grooves in the base of my palm. But you know what? Someone kept bringing it up. What? You could have left me alone. You could have let me forget. But you didn't let me. Why? Why do you keep nagging me? Why are you so insistent on sticking around me every day, every hour, every minute? What, I can't do anything on my own now? It always needs to be with you. Tears fill in her eyes and she spills onto her cheek. My eyes and throat are burning. My tongue feels like it's on fire, but I can't stop. I was fine. Life was fine. And then you came. You made me think of her. Do you like it when I suffer? Do you like seeing me in pain? Well, congratulations, because you did an excellent job. My head swivels to the side, cheeks smarting on the impact of Rue's palm. She stares angrily at me, tears dripping from her chin onto the carpet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for caring for you. I'm sorry for sticking up for you. I'm sorry for spending time with you. I'm sorry for being such a terrible burden. I'm sorry to myself for putting up with such an arrogant, thankless person all these years. Her every word socks me straight in the gut, even though she speaks quietly. Thanks for being honest with me. I didn't realize that I was such a horrible person. Horrible for worrying about you, or for being upset when you could have died yesterday, and I wouldn't have known at all. But by all means, keep telling me it's not like I know my own faults or anything. She storms to the front door, slinging a backpack over her shoulder. Goodbye, Ishimoto. She slams the door behind her, leaving me in a frigid silence. Anger burns from my stomach to the tips of my fingers. I seize a wild urge to grab something, anything. Smash it against the ground, but anything I look at Can't bring myself to break this expensive laptop. This TV. Fuck. I glance out the window. Rui's already heading out the gate. I toss on a light jacket and tear downstairs, grinding to a halt, making a turn to the opposite gate. The only way to expel this is a walk. Nice long, preferably death-inducing walk. Break into a run as the cold air hits my face. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. Rui was the one who freaked out. She always been that way, always nagging me, always giving me a hard time. She felt excluded. Who was the person who went home yesterday? Who was the person who never talked to me? Who was the person who made me run around the Ishimu forest thinking that she had been brutally murdered? I just can't take this anymore. Any of it. I close my eyes and pick up my speed, feeling the wind blister my face. My lungs plead for air, and my heart is throbbing painfully against my chest. But I don't bother stopping. Here I go, District 6. Dead at night. Perfect place for an ignorant, thankless lowlife like me. Damn it. I drop against the wall, fighting for my breath. A couple shady figures eye me from the alley, but when I meet their gaze, they turn away. I wouldn't mind a fight. I honestly wouldn't. It felt good. Maybe maybe Carteret or whatever. A good old fist fight. Maybe I'll die. I deserve it. I shouldn't have said those words. It didn't matter that I was angry. It didn't matter if I felt unjustified. Rui doesn't deserve words like that. Not when she's been by my side. Not when she's been my only friend. It just hurt. Even she acknowledged that I couldn't do anything correctly. She was supposed to support me, to believe in me, right? Haru? Why would he be pinging me? How did he get my number? How is his number in my phone? Is this part of lapse I don't remember? Maybe he says call ID to public, but that's strange, to say the least, especially for a student. Why is he in District 6? Cautiously follow the indicator, keeping to the shadows as I approach. Around the corner, denoted in the alleyway, but... What? No. No, not now. You're a coward. See about that. Nigga, no. You shouldn't even be here. No, really. Don't you dare tell anyone. Why not? Look, no one can know about this. Scared someone will find out? All this time. I should have known. Why? Why? I joke frankly, clinging to my bedpost. My vision is still swimming. My mouth dry with a bitter aftertaste of an anxiety medication. No, of all times, it had to have been then. I squeeze my eyes shut in vain, attempt to recall the images that have just passed through my retinas, but they're already gone. What happened? Why did I see a mutilated body? And why did I see Aiko? What did I talk about? What the hell happened? I struggle to roll out of bed, but my limbs are frozen with terror, plastered to the sheets beneath my racing heartbeat. You're a coward. Who was that? Who said that? Why did they say it? How did I... No. Seize my phone, looking through my messages, my calls, a clue, a hint, a status update. If you happen to find yourself in the midst of many strange events, don't worry. There are many who believe in you. Don't forget who you are, and don't forget who you are not. The one who started contacting me that night after my first lapse in years. The one who seems to know exactly what I'm facing, even though I don't know who they are. What a convenient response, almost if it's exactly what I need to hear. I shut my phone, tossing it away. For me, is tossing it as far away from me as possible. Who am I during those lapses? Hmm. You gotta be kidding me, yo. Why does it keep doing that shit? Okay, it's a brain injury incident. You suffer a brief lapse. Actually, let me say it again because I have not saved this shit in a minute. Alright, I'm saving. Actually, no, hold on, because a lot of shit happened. Alright, it's like. Anyway, let's see. It's just an unusual brain injury from the accident. You will suffer brief lapses during times of stress when your memory is transitioning from short term to long term. It wouldn't change anything about you. They said you're still yourself. They said it's just a memory blunt. They said maybe they were paid to tell me that. After all, no one wants to hear that they could have an uncontrollable alter ego that who might very well be a serial killer. I can't trust anyone. I can't even trust myself. What am I doing? Why I think I'm sleeping? I lie still, fighting to keep my mind steady as I survey my next course of action. What do I do? Record myself? Confine myself? Report myself? What can I do if I find out that I might be the very person I'm trying to track? It's not possible, is it? It sounds ridiculous, like a half-baked plot from a second-hand book. Stupid, irrational, impossible. Just like me these past days. Maybe I should just go to school. I can only snort at the thought. Shallow, ditzy little school where I'll receive homework assignments on calculus, problems on how Mayor Nori has saved Ishimu, and 1,000 other things that mean nothing when people are dying every day. Still, if I lapse at school, maybe someone will catch me. Maybe we'll find out once and for all. Besides, it's not like I have anything better to do. It only takes me a moment to get dressed and wolf down a quick breakfast. The food is sour in my stomach, but I force myself to keep it down. Contrary to the past few days, the entrance is packed with students. It's particularly impossible to weave my way through. Peer through the crowd, catch a brief glimpse of red hair that slowly plods away. Threads of whispers shoot in the rapid fire at the sight. Again? They say Haru went missing, and Soji ended up passing away. Yeah, I saw the news. I can't believe it. We should have expected it the moment we saw them talk to Ari. Do you really think she'd do that? No wonder those girls get angry at Ari. Oh my god, yo, they gotta chill with this shit. But guys, isn't this getting a little out of hand? They even egged her this time. You think we're too hard on her? Midori, Toma, Akane, now Soji and Haru? How high does the body count have to get before you start believing us? But she was even involved with. You're not taking that bitch's side, are you? Look, an adult had to step in and take your group to the principal office. That doesn't make them look any better. Hey, no fighting. I'm shoved to the side as Masato breaks through the crowd, his jaw taut with suppressed anger. Students immediately quiet down, watching eagerly for another display with their phone cameras primed for patter. Oh, you better quit your yapping. You better quit your yapping and scram. Your little chit chat ain't doing a thing. Despite the fact that he's the president of the Honor Society, students know enough about Masato to not start anything. They quickly disperse into the courtyard. Masato turns to look at me. I'm hit with the memories that I tried to forget. The argument at the canal. The bitter fight with Ruri. It's amazing what 24 hours can do, huh? All these encounters seem so distant. Mazaro curls his lips in disgust and strides away. It socks me right in the stomach. I'm speaking before I know it. Mazaro. He lifts an eyebrow at me, but his body is tense with anger. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I want to know why you're so mad. I don't understand. But Mazaro cuts me off, wrapping his finger at the end of his jacket until his knuckles turn white. If you're gonna take something from someone, man, at least take care of it. Oh my fucking god. Like, what? That was the last thing I was expecting to hear. Get to class. Storms past me and disappears into the hallway building. Oh my god, yo. I'm only left bewildered and even more alone than before. This time, I really got no one. I force myself to plod my chair. The stairwells and hallways are congested with nauseating, frivolous gossip that makes me shake my head. This is disgusting. I'm just about to slip in the classroom when a jolt of movement in the hallway catches my eye. Mr. Rhoda just opened the door to the principal's office, through which a number of students are filing in. His face seems unusually burdened, the most solemn I've ever seen it. Juror. 5 of them, bullying, cornering the Hiragi girl. Again? You don't understand, principal? Are you really fine with a murderer running around campus with throwing some kids with potty mouths under the bus to cover for her? Look, you guys will address the principal with respect. You listen to what he has to say. Next time I see you tossing around the kid with attitude, you'll be packing your bags, understood? Like, I don't play that shit. I've never thought, it's like I never heard him sound so harsh. The students instinctively step back like he's emitting some dark aura. Mr. Ryota, how can you say that when Haru's gone? Haru Banyan gone? Yeah, that sounded weird how I said that shit. What? You didn't know? He's been gone since last afternoon. He didn't even come back to school for curfew. But Haru's a smart kid. Didn't he know to stay? What does that matter? Midori, Toma, Akane, they were inside the school after curfew, but they disappeared anyway. Inside, outside, doesn't matter. We're doomed! She bursts into tears as Mr. Ryota, frozen in place, looks strangely awkward. Bring them in, Juro. I'll handle it from here. Mr. Ryota wordlessly steps aside, watching the students file into the principal's office. And when the last student has entered, he shuts the door, sighing heavily. I step forward to greet him, but something halts me in my tracks. Students from his very school gone. Yesterday, a death on the subway tracks. Now Haru Banyan joins the ranks? Can't trust myself. How can I possibly trust anyone else? It's got to be stress getting to me, but I see a familiar face as a potential enemy, puppeteering in the shadows, moving all the chess pieces into place. Mr. Ryota. Something about him seems unbearably ominous, surrounded by death. Told you. Am I the killer? Is the killer someone close to me? Or is the killer a complete stranger? Everyone is a possibility. Mr. Ryota is intelligent, flippant, and when he needs to be, ruthlessly efficient. Then he notices me awkwardly standing in the hallway, twiddling my thumbs. Well, if it isn't my favorite delinquent. He's searching for my face. I attempt to mask my expression. I can't show anything, not now. Hey, Mr. Ryota. I decide not to mention the scene that I just witnessed. Maybe it's better if he doesn't know. Kid, you got bags for days under your eyes. Have you been sniffing all night? Like, what? Are you on that hard stuff, my dude? Did you just say that in the middle of school? No, I was finishing up stuff last night. Like, I see. You was getting in them cheeks. You sure you don't want to talk about it? Like, okay, Jiraiya. I talked to him about my past. I'm supposed to trust Mr. Ryota. I don't know. We got some time before class starts. It's up to you. I'm pretty sure your ass don't want to go to class anyway. Wouldn't it be better to run my thoughts by him? He has information about students that I could never get otherwise. Okay. Your office? We slip into Mr. Ryota's office without any hesitation. Mr. Ryota settles back into his desk. He's still eyeing me closely before he trusts me about as much as I trust him. You're really different today, Yama. What happened? What's bothering you? Did I really look that haggard? I thought I put up a passable front. That obvious? Once upon a time, kid, I was also a student. I pulled all-nighters for exams, just like you. Except this one doesn't seem related to an exam. Exams are the furthest thing from my mind at the moment, that's for sure. Mr. Ryota, about the murders. He frowns at my question. Still interested in that? It's difficult to keep my composure up, but I managed to look him straight in the eye. Please, if you could just answer one question of mine about it. I can see the reluctance in his gaze, but after a long moment, he finally relents with a silent nod. He said the victims all had some kind of psychological problem. Could you look up their connections with? It's just a shot in the dark. I don't even know if the killer is someone who I've met in person, but I got to see if they all have any relationship with. Hold up, I'm gonna save. Alright, I'm gonna come. I guess let me see what time it is. I said time. Okay, so I'm gonna catch y'all next episode, and by next episode, I'm gonna probably have this figured out. But for now, I'm probably gonna just talk on stream while I figure out who I want to ask about. So I'll see y'all next episode. In stream, we're about to get into some what I call deduction.
Mixtapes. Bitches say they wanna cuff me, I'm hip. Low-key, they just wanna fuck me, I'm hip. Niggas going broke, buying liquor, trying to get bitches drunk just to hit. Talking down on the hoe, but low-key, he in love with that bitch, I'm hip.